Oh, I do this every Sunday, looking out there to see how many of you I can see. I can see one of you, and I know there are more of you out there. Good morning. It's good to see you as we gather together today. And I'm going to open the Advent calendar, and let's see what it says. And when they found Jesus, they worshiped him. Now, when I was a kid, and that's been a few years, one of the things I had a hard time doing is sitting still and being quiet. And a part of worship is just to stop for a second today and on Christmas and think about Jesus and the baby birth and God. Just take a few minutes and stop. And that's one way you can worship him. Now, I've got a different kind of a symbol for you today. This really isn't a chrismon, but I found it interesting, so I thought I would share it with you. Do any of you recognize this? You recognize this? Do you see this arrow down here? That's there for a particular reason. Can any of you tell me what that reason is? What's the first letter of the alphabet? A, you're right. And what is the last letter of the alphabet? Z, you're right. A and Z, the first and last letters of the English alphabet. And so if you look at this, it starts with A and it goes to Z. And what this company is telling you is they are the first and the last, that they have everything from Alpha to Z, that everything in between they have. So it is A to Z. And they tell that by this arrow. Well, the church does the same thing with something a little bit more important. I'd like you to come with me over here. And in the Reformed tradition, we call this a communion table. In other traditions, they would call this what? An altar. Well, whether you call this an altar or a communion table, if you look in the front of it, it has, what is that? That's not an A. Remember when we had the chi? We're not going to talk about chi today. But remember that letter chi? This is the letter alpha. And that is the first letter of the Greek alphabet. And this is an omega. That's the Z of the Greek alphabet. That's the Z. And so we say God is the Alpha and the Omega. And this is a symbol you will see in lots and lots of churches, in very many places. It's not necessarily about Jesus, but it is saying that God is the first and last. God is always with us. We are never without God. There has never been a time without God, and there never will be a time without God. God is the what? He's the A and Z, or the Alpha and the Omega. So next time you go into church, look and see if you can find the Alpha and the Omega somewhere in the church. It's very prevalent in a lot of churches. It's good to see you again this Sunday. I look forward to next Sunday when it will be the first Sunday, not of Advent, but it will be the first Sunday of Christmas. And we'll talk about why Christmas isn't just one day. Okay? We'll see you next Sunday. God bless you. Let's have a prayer. Gracious God, as we come to the end of Advent, our eyes are fixed on the tree and on the presents and on the gifts. But we also want to stop and focus our eyes on Jesus the child, and to remember that you are the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. Amen.